Welcome, in front of me is a REALME C3, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks you can do on this phone. Now, starting off, we're going to begin with the dark mode, which can simply be accessed either through settings or also, it looks like, from the notification panel. So once you tap on it, it will basically put everything into dark mode. So as you can see, your notification shade is now and basically fully black, and also the default apps will be in dark mode as well. So you can see here dialer, messages, your web browser, gallery. So yeah, basically everything here is in dark mode. Again, settings as well. Now, apps that you, for instance, install from Play Store might not be supported by this, so just keep in mind that not everything will be looking like this in dark mode, because the developer would need to actually implement it, and sometimes they just simply don't do that. So just a little bit of a thing to keep in mind. Now, next thing we're going to show is the home screen mode, which can be accessed through the settings. And let's go to the display section, and here home screen mode. And in here we have a couple different options. So we have the standard mode, we have the drawer mode, and the simple mode. And now the two first ones are just a decent option. The simple mode is more for, I believe, visually impaired people, just so keep that in mind. And by default, as you can see, we have the typical iOS experience, what I would call, which is all the icons or apps smack in the middle of your home screen without basically any kind of order to it. So we could then change it into drawer mode, which in terms will basically add a drawer like you are used to on an Android. So you can pull up and you have all your applications right here with a quick search at the top. So just a bit of a more organization to it. And there's, well, I believe they are placed alphabetically besides the first row, which is, I believe, organized in whatever is most used by you. And also, as you can see, it removes a bunch of apps from here as well. Now, as I also showed you, we do have also the simple mode. And this one will be a little bit more drastic for the, like I said, the visually impaired people. So you can see it right here. It does make a bit of a difference, and also it brings back the all apps smack in the middle of your home screen without any app drawer. So this might not be for everybody, but some people will most certainly have a use of it. Okay, I'm going to bring back to standard. Now, next thing I wanted to show is the split screen functionality. So if you like to use multiple apps at the same time, you can basically launch split screen, and you do so by, as an example, first launching off an app that you want to split screen with. So I'm going to be demonstrating YouTube. From here, let's go to recent and tap on these two dots right over here, which will bring up the option to split screen. Now, the first application you open up in split screen will always go to the top, and from there you can pick additional application to split screen with that will go below. And there we go. As you can see, you can use two different apps at the same time. This will also allow you to listen to music, as an example, while basically browsing the web. You can also resize it a little bit with the reason, as you can see, if I try to resize it any further, it just won't allow me to. And if I go all the way, it will just close it off. But still, you can use two different apps, listen to music, and it will work just fine. And also, if you're listening to music on top, as in YouTube is on top, and you click on home, when it minimizes it like this, where it's still visible, even though you can't interact with it, the music will not pause. So just a nice kind of thing to keep in mind here if you want to use this. Now, moving on to the next option, it's going to be the slide down on home screen for notification. So by default, we bring up some kind of search, which personally I'm not necessarily the greatest fan of. I don't really care much for it. So notification panel is, in my opinion, way better, because it will remove the need to go all the way to the top to get your notification shade. And to get this enabled, all we need to do is go into the settings. From here, let's go back to the home screen and wallpaper and swipe down on home screen. As you can see, there's a search, so let's change it to notifications. And now you can see that we pull down the notification and we don't actually have to reach all the way to the top to get it down. So I would say it simplifies the use and accessibility of the notifications, which I have greater use than the search. And moving on to the last option, it's going to be the gesture navigation, because I don't like the outdated buttons at the bottom. They feel really dated, especially in 2021. So to get this changed, let's go into the settings. From here we're going to scroll down to convenience tools, and we should have the navigation buttons option, and let's simply select the swipe gestures from both sides. Once you enable it, it gives you a little bit of an animation right here on how to use it, which is really nice. But if you have used it, you're probably already aware how to use it. If you haven't, a quick guide is swipe up to go home, swipe up and hold to go to recent, and swipe from the sides till you see the arrow to go back one step. Now this back arrow will only appear when it actually has a reason to appear. So you can see it appears here, but from the home screen you cannot really access it. So personally I really prefer this. Also it moves the entire screen a little bit lower down to accommodate for more space, which makes the display look a little bit cleaner as well. But that being said, this will conclude all the tweaks and tricks that I wanted to share, and if you found this very helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.